On BBC News, go on BBC News right now. And then like, it didn't even click, bro. I'm thinking, why? I've gone on the news. See that youth that I saw in the chicken shop, bro? He died, bro. Like, he died, bro.
One stab wound killed him.
One stab wound, but what happened was where he stabbed him just under his left shoulder, I think it hit a pulmonary vein. And I found out later when it caught, like, if you cut one of those, bleed out, you'll bleed out. And my parents, they kept on applying for bail. So it's very hard to get bail for murder, but it's possible. Bear in mind, there was 9 of us in jail for the one murder. Out of 9, 4 of us got bail because we were children. It's all about involvement in the crime. I've released a 5-track EP. It's called The Previous Life. It's out now. That's like my final, I named it The Previous Life because the bars, the lyrics I've written for them songs, I previously released all of them through jail videos. So you might see some of these freestyles scattered around. They might be on different instrumentals, but this is when I was in jail and I've redone all my songs, a lot of the viral songs. And yeah, I've called it The Previous Life because that was my previous life. And I feel like that's like how I've closed the chapter on all the jail stuff. And like music that I push out from today onwards is all gonna be like my current life.
What's going on, guys? This video is sponsored by Louis. Some of you know him on Insta as Loads, one of the best Instagram names, let me tell you that. Guys, Louis has been building online businesses for the last 5 to 10 years, and he has spent the last 5 years coaching others one-to-one on how to start businesses. Louis's got over 2,000 profitable testimonials, and guys, let me be honest with you, I wouldn't let someone sponsor the show who I didn't vouch for, so trust me, it's legit. Literally, just go send him a DM on Instagram, it's @Loads. All you got to do is say to him, I come from the BlueTick show, help me make some money. And I know most of these people out there scams, and there's plenty of people out there offering you millions and millions of pounds and stuff like that. Louis is one of the 1% who actually do it properly, legitly. You don't need nothing. All you literally need is a phone and Wi-Fi. Send him a message and leave the rest to him. Guys, and if you want to know why I'm sitting here pushing it so much, it's because realistically, doing a 9 to 5 ain't going to get you nowhere. And I know most people sit here and say this because they're getting some sort of commission for it and stuff like that, but I really ain't. I'm telling you as a good person, the host of the show, doing a 9 to 5 ain't going to get you nowhere. So go message Louis, say you come from the BlueTick show, just ask Louis for the business model, let him do the explaining, and let him explain to you how he can help you. I'll see you soon. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the BlueTick show. Opposite me today, I've got Cleeshay, just come out of prison after 12 years for a murder. First murder guest on the show. How are you, my brother?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm blessed to be here, man.
12 years, long time.
Very long time.
How was it to start? Let's just ask a few questions to warm up the episode a little bit.
How was it? Like,
in a nutshell, would you say?
Bro, I'll be honest, it weren't easy. It weren't easy. People might look at me and think it looks like it was easy. He looks calm, but yeah, it was not easy. There was a lot of ups and downs, a lot of trials and tribulations, but yeah, we made it through, man.
Well, listen, viewers are here, they're tuned in. How old was you when you first got sentenced?
So when I was sentenced in the Old Bailey. I was 16 years old, and I was sentenced to 12 years HMP. To break it down, 12 years HMP. HMP is a term they use called Her Majesty's Pleasure, and that's a sentence handed down to minors for murders, so people under the age of 18. If I was 18 during the time of sentencing, I would have got something called discretionary life, and it's a bit different. Yeah, with my sentence, you get like a halfway point. You get to apply for time off. They take a bit more consideration into your age, a bit more lenient, I'd say.
So just to obviously let the viewers know who are already in the episode, it was a murder that happened.
Yeah.
I don't want to dive into the story of the murder just yet. I want to make the viewers watch it a little bit before we tell the story. But of course, Cleeshay, you're now 29 years old?
Yeah, I turned 29 in August.
Let's throw it back to your childhood a little bit before we tell the viewers what they're here to watch.
Cool.
Who are you?
I'm a... I don't even have to say this.
Where are you from?
From where? Like
what
country area? So Lewisham originally.
Brought up in Lewisham, yeah?
Yeah, Southeast London. Yeah.
How was that? Rough area?
Yeah, fuck yeah. It was a rough area if I keep it real. There's a lot of crime. There's a lot of poverty. A lot of gangs. A lot of gang related things. But yeah, a lot of drugs.
Family,
like
brothers, sisters. How was it?
Yeah, I've got mum, dad, brother. Got a little brother. Yeah. They weren't involved in all these things, obviously, but me, I kind of ended up going down a road of like getting caught up with gangs, crime, things like that. Just, it kind of starts off as like a brotherhood, friends. The next thing you know, you're doing things for money, you're doing things for a rep, things like that, yeah.
So during school, you went to school, I'm guessing, right?
School, yeah. I actually went to a grammar school, you know.
For real?
Yeah, so for those that don't know, grammar school means I had to sit an exam in year 6. It's called 11 plus. I passed the exam, and when you pass, you get to choose from like grammar schools within a certain range in your area. I picked a school in Sidcup. It's called Chislehurst and Sidcup Grammar School. And you basically get to pick the top 10 best grammar schools in the country. I picked this school because I was into my sports. I actually used to run for an athletics club as well, Blackheath from Bromley Harriers. At the time, that was my passion. I wanted to be an athlete. I wanted to make it. I wanted to be in Olympics, all of that. Someone that ran for my club, Dina Asher Smith, she actually represents Great Britain today. Wow. So, which is crazy. It's crazy knowing that.
What was your 100 meter? 200
I was a 200. So the difference between 100 meters and 200 meters, I felt like 100 meter sprinters, they are the explosive power. They are the strongest. I wasn't that strong. I was always a skinny kid, short. I was very good at 200 meters because 200 meters is a 200 meter sprint, but it takes a bit of endurance to run for the whole bend. I was a 200 meter sprinter. I also did 400 meter hurdles. That's another endurance because it's a sprint once again, but you have 10 hurdles every 40 meters. And that was my thing. That was my two things, man. Yeah.
So in school, you was a good kid.
Yeah, I was.
Smart.
I can't lie. I was bright even from primary school. So primary school, I went to a rough primary school, but I feel like I always had brains. You know, I was always getting in trouble, but I was always in top set. I was always a bright. I was that bright kid that was getting in trouble all the time. Yeah. Teachers would tell my parents, "This guy's getting all these grades.
We expect more from him.
We expect more from him. He's hanging around with these lot. He's, you know what I mean? He's going down the wrong path." But yeah, overall, I'd say I was a bright kid, man. Yeah.
Never naughty, basically. You may be a little class clown.
I'll be real with you. That's what it was. When I say naughty, I wasn't that kid that was hitting teachers. I wasn't doing madness. I can't lie. Like, if I got bored, I'm making everyone laugh and I'm getting sent out. But I didn't care. As long as I got my little ratings, everyone's laughing.
You're good.
Get me? That was my little thing. I was popular in that sense. I was the class clown.
So obviously, a lot of things changed for you as you got a little bit older.
Of course, yeah.
And I say a little bit older, but you weren't much older.
Nah. I was actually... how I'll be going into the case?
Well, no. Listen,
steps towards the case.
Steps towards the case. You're still a kid. You're in year 6.
So year 6, done my exam, passed. I picked this sports grammar school, began school in Bexley, year 7, and I'll be honest with you, it was mind blowing for me because I came from a primary school in South East London. Kids ain't really got both parents, single mums. A lot of kids talk about their dad just come out of jail, things like that. I didn't really come from a home like that, I'll be honest with you. Like, mum and dad still together. Dad was from Ghana, mum's from Japan. Like, you know what I'm saying? Japanese upbringing, Asian, if you call it Asian, still Asia. But
food's 10-10.
Yeah, food's 10-10. Gala okay as well, I suppose. Gala okay. But yeah, like, it was a mad shock for me because I've come from a school, South East London, always rated low by Ofsted. I've gone to a grammar school, no black people. And it's not like I didn't have white friends, but these weren't white people from the ends. These were white
Posh
people
kids.
these are middle class white kids. These are kids that are hosting school parties just to show off their house, just to show off their games room, just to show off their swimming pool. And I'm thinking, like, man's living in a 2-bed council house in ends, and these lot got like 3 floors, swimming pool in the back and all this. So it was different. It was hard to, I can't lie, if I'm honest, it was hard to fit in. It was very hard to fit in. Like, there was no one really from my background, but in a sense it humbled me and I kind of had to adjust. Do you know what I mean? But I felt like I was always really finding who do I fit in with. But over the years, I'd say like I was getting popular. Like I say, that class clown carried on to secondary school and I was doing it in a different environment now. And I feel like the jokes had to change a bit, but I always made sure like I was liked by everyone. I was quite popular.
What was your friendship circle like at that point?
So my friendship circle in secondary school.
Yeah.
So in secondary school, I still knew people from my area, from my previous primary school, but I had like a new set of friends. I had a new set of friends that were from London. Like, they weren't from Kent. They were from London, but they weren't from my background. Not even from my background. They weren't from the ends, if that makes sense.
Good kids.
But I found friends that were into rap, into fashion. My days, new era hats, that was the thing.
Yeah.
So every non-school uniform day, we always bought new era hats. We used to get laughed at by all these middle-class kids saying, look at these lot, getting chavs. We got called chavs. I was thinking, bruv, no one's called me a chav. You know what I mean? In ends, chavs is them Burberry wearing Diodora tracksuit guys, but they're calling us chavs. But yeah, it's very different. But I had a good set of friends.
Did you enjoy school?
I'll be honest with you, I did. But it's mad because I didn't enjoy it thinking, yeah, I'm going to get good A levels, good GCSE. I enjoyed it because like it was all a joke to me. But when it come to exams, I always smashed it, and I was always doing well at school.
So as a kid, you wanted to be an athlete?
So I wanted to be an athlete. I like drama as well. I was very good at drama. I even studied GCSE drama. I was in like a lot of school productions. I was actually one of the main characters in like a big production we done called DNA. I even did drama at primary school as well. Lion King. Lion King. What was the other one? There's a few. Nativity. All of that. Nativity. Yeah, I was always that performer guy. I was always that stand-up guy. Yeah.
So what changed?
So what changed? Well, for me, I just feel like, if I'm honest, there was a lot going on at home. I feel like my parents were having issues with their marriage, things like that. And obviously, like as you know, like when parents are having issues with their marriage, it's kind of hard to really keep up with what's going on with your kids. Obviously, I told you I had a little brother. He was a lot younger than me. He was about 4 or 5 years. He's 4 years younger than me. Sorry, but me at this point, I'm year 7, year 8. I'm 11. I'm 12. I'm growing up, but I'm going out now because obviously when you go to school, you're traveling. I'm getting trained. I'm not on road, but I'm out now, innit? I'm not at home all day getting picked up by my mum. So as you get about in the ends, you meet certain people, you start mixing with certain people. It all start off as a head nod. Oh, go on. Good? Yeah, you good? People get familiar. Hey, come, chat. What you saying, big man? Da-da-da-da-da. Little man at the time, actually. I don't know why I said big man. I was a little man. But yeah, we saying little man, come. And then, yeah, like eventually, like I say, parents having issues with their relationship, marriage, and it's like a lot of arguments going on. And I only really realised it now as an adult, but parents arguing in a household, especially when you've seen them happy all your life, it's kind of like, it fucks with your head. It messes with your mind. And like, I think it can be quite traumatic. I'm not like, my mum never got beat. My dad never put hands on her or anything, but a lot of the arguing is very unhealthy. And as a child, like always hearing shouting and arguing and, you know, like that, not talking, like the cold shoulder treatment between my mum and my dad, it just wasn't healthy.
Tension in the household.
There's a lot of tension. It wasn't nice. So all of them things basically kind of led to me wanting to be out. I was always a kid, like I just wanted to be out, like not even on road. I wasn't on road doing nothing mad. I wasn't even rolling with road youths, but I just wanted to be out. It's like, I wanted to play run-outs. I wanted to go this. I wanted to go, let's go draw some gal. This was back in the day. This wasn't even social media days, bro. This is Nokia phones. You had to go and draw girls these days. You had to go, let's go chirps. That was the word, chirps. So man's just always out. I'm always doing these things. And slowly, it's like, I'm just seeing different things happen in the ends. I'm seeing crime. I'm seeing man with money. I'm seeing people like just doing their thing in the ends. And the thing about like London, as you'll know, is like, you can be from different areas. There's different role models in different areas. Posh areas, middle class areas. The role models might be like the kid that's, I don't know, the trust fund kid that's been on this program, or the kid that's got the scholarship to go here. In the ends, the people that are looked up to are the youths with the P's, the youths that have mashed the most work, the drug dealers, the violent youths, the youths that have gone to jail. They're getting looked up to. So as a kid, when you're seeing all these things, and these are the men that are getting girls, it makes you think, raw, like, I need to be like that. I need to be a somebody. I was a somebody.
It's mad how when you're a kid we think like that, isn't it?
It's crazy, bro. Like at school, I was that guy, but on road, I'm seeing these men, and they're the guys, and they're the gal are chasing them.
Yeah.
That's the thing, raw. Like man need to get what I've got at school on the roads. That's what I wanted, and it's like slowly, I'm trying to get in there. I'm trying to get seen. I'm trying to be seen with these youths. So when I'm seen, they're like, oh, that's my man.
Did you ever get involved in like crime?
Crime. So I'd say around like 14, 13, I'd say. We started doing like little street robberies, things like that. Like
what friends was that with though?
So that was with like people from my area, so like from my previous friends from school. And I'll be real with you, like we didn't even really do it for money. Like we weren't really making money because we weren't making money, but we're doing it because we just felt like, yeah, like can we do this? And like like people know, yeah, them man are on stuff. Them little young G's, they're 13-year-olds, they're doing things, man. They're robbing youths. Yeah. We're getting recognised, like, yeah, them man are doing things. And we just wanted to let older youths know, older boys know in our area, like we can roll, like we're on stuff too, like we can do these little things, you know what I'm saying? And me, I'll be honest, being a light-skinned guy, half Japanese, when you're from a black area, it's like the light skin, being white is hard, but being light-skinned, Man, are like, who's this light skin? You're not. You're like, so I always felt like man had something to prove. Like I always felt like, nah, I got to really show. I felt like the black youths, they got accepted straight away. The darker you are, yeah, he's a savage. Let's bring him in. He's got dreads. Let's bring him in. For me, I always felt like, nah, I got to show myself up a bit more. I got to try to do a bit more. So slowly, man's doing phone robberies. Man's doing like stealing from shops, doing little things. But
did your mum and dad ever find out?
No, they never found out. But they never. Do you know what's crazy? They never found out. They didn't even know. They didn't even know.
Think his attitude's changing. He's becoming a bit more rebellious.
Because you know what it is. Yeah, they probably thought my attitude was changing, but like I say, like they weren't. My parents. So my dad's from Ghana. He's first generation, meaning like he came here when he was like 10 years old.
Oh, that's strict.
Do you get it? So he was strict. Don't get it. He was strict. I got licked for a lot of things.
I had one friend in school. He got a detention and they sent him back to Ghana.
Yeah, that's what.
He got a detention.
Listen, man, he wasn't that strict. I can't like. He was strict, but yeah, that's just wild. He
was my best mate in school. Wild. And he comes. He was like, "Oh, yo, I'm going back to boarding school in Ghana."
That's
I was
wild.
like, "Why?" We all thought he was joking.
Yeah.
Brother went back home to Ghana for boarding school.
That's crazy, bro. But like, nah, man, like, my parents was like, my dad was strict, but like I say, what goes on out there, I don't bring that into the house. Do you get what I'm saying?
You can't.
Man can't, but I wasn't. So everyone's oblivious. I'm just whatever's going on out there. And then it's like over time, I feel like I'm going out more now. Like it went from going out on the weekends to weekdays. Like man will go to school. So in the day, it's like I look back. It's like I was living a double life. Like I'll wake up in the morning, 7:46 train. I'll never forget that was my train. It'll get me to school just before. Like I wouldn't be early. I'm just on time. Always rolling in just on time. 7:46, boom. Man's in Bexley. Guy in school. Come home. School's finished at 3. Sorry. Come home. Get in for like 4. Get changed. Blazer comes off. Shirt Wallabies comes off. Black Air Forces come on. Black trackie comes on. Night garms come on. Puffer jacket comes on. It's almost like grammar school by day, on the roads by night. And it's like over time, I'm coming home later now because back in the day, 7:12, I'll be home at like 7 p.m. Over the years, I'm coming home 9. Sometimes I'm coming home at 1 a.m. These times I got school the next day. But it's like where there's so much going on at home between man's parents. My dad's always out. He's working, but he's just always out. My mum's going through what she's going through. She's working, but she works from home. She works like online on her laptop. And it's like they didn't really notice or pick up like attitudes changing, if that makes sense. I'm high and by. I'm moving correct in the household. But when I step out with a man's a different guy. So over time, I realised like man was getting deeper and deeper and deeper. And it's like it started off with chilling with man my age. Then eventually, I'm getting introduced to older men that are doing bigger things. And that's basically like that's the road I basically end up going down. Which
and
is
then once you're in that life, you're in that life.
That's what I'm saying. Once you're in that life, it's almost like I used to go shopping with my family in year 7, in year 8. Hit year 10, I'm not going nowhere with my family because number one, I'm meant to be rolling with them, man. How can I be going shopping with my family? That's not cool. That's not gangster, bro. Like that's the immature mentality I had. And that secondly, when man's got issues with people from other areas, I can't be seen with my mum. That's what am I gonna do? Run off and leave her? That's crazy. Am I gonna stand there and defend her? So to keep the safety of my family, I basically had to like disconnect from them and do my own thing. And yeah, looking back now, that's when I started to realise man was just getting deeper and deeper and deeper in the roads.
When we're talking about you getting deeper and deeper in the roads, what would you say? What was you really doing at this point? At the age of like 13, 14?
So
what
13,
kind of crimes?
14, so them days there, like, it's mad saying it now because these things don't happen anymore, but the phone robbery thing was mad. This is happy slap era.
What was you doing? Did you have knives on you?
We didn't even have knives, but we literally just like, there'll be like a group of us, you might see a couple kids. Like, these are the days where Walkmans were popping. Remember, sort of Shake, Sony Ericsson Walkman, the black and white one, the slide, all of that, the Shake, the slide, the swivel. And they were the phones that were like popping at the time. Like, if you had that, you was that guy. And we'd literally just like a group of us would just go up to youths, like, what's good? Like, we'd just be taking phones, this and that. And like, that was always like a win for us.
Who was you selling them to?
We used to sell them to, we call him Boss Man in a place called Catford. So this is a Boss Man, he will accept stolen phones. And little did we know, we thinking, why is this guy taking this phone? It's blocked. Yeah. But he's paying us change. Like, the phone could be worth £200, £150. He's paying us £40. To us, it's worth nothing, it's blocked. But what we didn't know, he's sending that back to Pakistan. And when you take a phone to another region in the world, it's unblocked. So that's what we didn't know. But Bossman was always taking it. He knew what was going on. But like I say, he's not doing it. He's making his peas, innit? He's doing his little thing. But yeah, boss man was always buying it, and that was the start. As I got a bit older, man's like running weed for the olders now. Man's running a bit of weed. I keep it 100, bro. I wasn't even getting paid. How about that? I wasn't even getting paid, bro. Man are telling me, yeah, man's got you. Man's got you. Like, yeah, I got you. What, you want a tracksuit? You want 90s, Air Max? Yeah, man's got you. Bro, I heard the same shit weekly, and I think, bro, how comes I'm not getting paid? And it made sense because before I done all this, I got given a line by a youth a bit older than me, and he was so happy to hand me that line. And I found out he weren't getting paid. Yeah. But it's a thing where man can't really say no because man's involved now, and it's like, man can't say no, bro. Like, I could, but I'm not willing to go through what man's about. Like, that's long. It is what it is. So man's just doing these things, taking these risks, hitting cells here, there.
You ever get nicked?
Man wouldn't even get paid. No, I never got nicked, I never got nicked. I feel like that's because of how I carried myself. I didn't run around in groups when I had drugs on me. I just think that's stupid. When I'm doing my little cells, I'm always one up. And I wasn't really known to the police. Obviously, I wasn't really involved. I wasn't a known criminal them times. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? So I always cut through. And like I say, it went from shotting to rolling with the man them now. Man's rolling now. So man's literally posted up with youths that have beef. I'm going places with youths that have beef. And I realised, like, when I got to this point, I couldn't literally be around my family at all because I'm putting them in serious danger now because man might. So
you got serious ops at this point?
It's like, basically, yeah. Basically. And the reason I say basically is because if I keep it 100, bro, I jumped on a bandwagon. I literally jumped on a bandwagon. I can honestly say these youths that I was beefing, I don't even know them, bro. They've never done nothing to me. They ain't done nothing to me. But because of my one friend that I was rolling with hard, he was like my best friend because he's involved and he got rushed one time. He got beat up by these youths. From that day, I said, yeah, I'm onto them. I don't even know them. They don't even know me. There's a few times I might have chased man here, chased man there, whatever. They didn't even know who I was, but I was there. And it's almost like a lot of trauma and a lot of pain that I carried from man's childhood. I needed some sort of outlet. Do you get what I'm saying? I needed an outlet. So if man is saying, yo, can we go to this party? We might see them. We can go beat them up, whatever. I'm on it because I need to release, bro. Like, I didn't take drugs. I used to run for the club. I was strictly no drugs, no smoking. I didn't want to touch a cigarette. I swear. I didn't even drink. I'm sober. I wanted to be an athlete, but at the same time, man's got a lot of pain that man wanted to outlet, and I felt like that's how I got so deep in the roads. I just wanted to I just wanted to just get out there, man. I wanted to just fucking do something. You know what I'm saying?
But I think that comes from obviously, not to blame family, of course, but because they were so busy arguing with in their situations, they didn't look back at you and think,
they didn't look back.
What's going on with him?
That's what I'm saying. And like I say, look, I was naughty as a kid, but I wasn't a mad naughty kid.
You never even gave him a reason to keep
it, so they wouldn't know what's going on. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm getting good grades, bro. How can I be naughty? How can I be doing things? I'm smashing it, bro.
They're thinking, yeah, he's just out with the boys having fun.
Do you know what I'm saying? They didn't even know that. I just said I'm thinking, my man. These times I'm with the man them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
so you was deep involved in it at one point.
Yeah. So I'd say like 15 is when I'd say, like, that's when my Facebook name changed. Man's putting the gang letters in my Facebook name. That's when I say, yeah, man was involved. That's when people from my school, my grammar school, they're on my Facebook, obviously, and they're thinking, rah, like, what's all this bandana business?
Did your friendship circle change?
At my school?
Yeah. Did people start looking at you differently in the sense of...
People, I wouldn't say they looked at me differently, but I think they started to see, like, yo, he's rolling with some youths that just look mad, like some mad looking geezers. Like, I'll never forget it. I got seen one time. This is one of my friends. He was in my science class. He's a proper good friend. Like, he was in my year 7, year 8, year 9. He's with his girl late night. One shopping centre called Bromley. He's with his girl. I was with about 20 man, bro, yeah. And I think we was literally like riding out, and like we got on a bus. And as we all got on a bus, obviously bare man have got their hoods up. This is the back in the day. Certain man do it now, bandana days, all of that. Man have got bandanas on, and I bopped on a bus. He's with his girlfriend. Like, I didn't even see him. He just shouted my surname. Obviously, man's not gonna say my surname. He shouted out my surname. He's like, yo. And I've looked at him, and I nodded at him, but he was like, I could see it. He's thinking, what is going on here, bro? Like,
how did you feel when you saw him and you're with all the boys?
I can't lie, like,
because it's either two ways. It's one of two ways. You either thought, yeah, I'm the man.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
you're
yeah.
like, fuck.
I can't lie. It's immature of man, but bro, I felt like a G, bro.
Yeah.
I felt like a G because, like I say, like no one really knew who man's rolling with out of school. No one knew what man's involved with out of school. Like, I never mixed them.
Boys you was with on the road, were they well respected?
Yeah, they were not. They'd all been Joe at 13, 14. They had names in the areas. They were like, they were serious youths. Like, there was a point where, like, early days, I'll keep it real. Like, I didn't even feel comfortable rolling with them, but I felt safe because I knew what these men were on. I felt safe.
Were they all carrying weapons?
But there was times, a lot of times there was weapons. I can't lie. There was a lot of times there was weapons, and it's just the fact that I knew the potential of these youths. So man felt safe, but at the same time, I always felt like, imagine if like I said the wrong thing or I annoyed one of them. It's like it could have gone left, bro. It could have gone really left. So it was a weird one. It's always like my blood. Like man was anxious as hell, but I felt comfy because man's with some steppers. I was with some steppers. Yeah.
So now let's dive into the case.
Okay.
To let people know what we're about to talk about, this is the main case where obviously you went to prison for murder.
Yeah.
Talk us through what happened that day.
So if I take it back from the start, this was just a normal day for me. Gone to school, finished school at like 3 p.m. But I think before I finished school, I had some texts from one of my boys, and he's like, "Yo, ring me." So I thought, bro, like, it was a bit odd. Like, it was like 3 texts saying, ring me, ring me. Finished school, and I remember, like, bear in mind I'm in uniform. Finished school, I rang him. My man's like, oh, hey, them man come to my school. So remember, I'm going to school in Kent. I'm going to school off ends, Bexley. These men are in school in ends, like in Lewisham. They're like, oh, some youths just come up to us at school. Like, youths from that side, from them sides. Youths just come up to us. Yeah, they're talking about, oh, you man ain't on nothing. Boom, boom, boom. You man need to come our ends. You man need to come link, man. But I found out later on in trial through CCTV, literally these youths came hooded up, blacked out, hands in their waists, like literally trying to stick it on my brethrens. And like, as this is all going on, school teachers are there, girls are there, friends are there. But these 2 youths that approached my friends, they were known youths. They've done things. They've known youths. So everyone's scared. The teachers are scared. Everyone's scared because they're thinking they're known in that area. They're like, yo, why are these men confronting these men? I only saw this later on in trial, CCTV. But these men just told me, yo, these men try to come to the school. Fuck that. We're going there. Fuck that. So then, cool. I've hung up. And from school, I got a train straight back to South London. And I linked them in my area. These men have told me the lowdown. Yo, these men come to our school. Something needs to get done. So I'm there like, raw. Cool. It is what it is. Like, we'd go see them. Like, a lot of times in the past where man's gone to other areas, no one's ever been stabbed. No one's been shot. I'm not naive. Like, things have happened, but it's never happened when I've been there. I've never seen this happen. So, cool, it's what it is. Let's go along. Cool. Next thing you know, a couple more men have linked us. There's about 4 of us now. And these are Oyster card days. I don't know if do they still do Oyster nowadays?
I don't know, I think so. I don't know.
Like, but this is underage Oyster. This is the kids thing, free thing. We've all tapped up. We've all got on a bus, like CCTV.
So now there's 4 of you in total?
So there's 4 of us in total. And we've gone to this area that we said we was going to head out to. And when we've got there, there's 3 men that were already there. Like, not where the youths that
Your
were going.
boys or their boys?
No, my boys.
So there's 7 of you total
So
now
now there's 7. And then, like, 10, 15 minutes later, there's 2 more youths that have just come. Like, I know these youths, but they're not youths that we would go to beef with. Like, we wouldn't say, yo, let's go. They're just little kids from the ends. But this is what I'm saying about the culture in London and people wanting to just be there with the guys. Like, that was me. When I started off, I wanted to be there. These little youths, innocent youths. I'll say they're innocent.
How old are we talking?
Bro, one was 13 and his cousin that was there was 14. And when I say they were little youths, I was only 15. But as you know, when you're 13 and 14 and 15, that year gap is a big difference, bro. Maturity, size, even voice. Them man sounded like girls. Them man were squeaky, high-pitched voices. Now there's 9 in total. Cool, there's 9 of us now. We're starting to make our way, like, to the main bit where we know they might be posted up. Boom. Gone to, like, a high road. We're walking. And like back in the day, there was a thing where you know, like not so nowadays everyone wears these little ballies that are they call them the shiesties in it that cover that, and you can do that. Man, we're wearing balaclavas like with
Proper
this.
balaclavas,
You get me, like the bank robber thing. But the thing was, the fashion was to roll it up like a woolly hat, and when it's that time, you can just sling it down, get it. But we see free youths, they just come out of an off license. That's how it's looking. They come out off license, but we just see them posted with their things rolled up. And before I even said react, everyone just started running towards them. I was like, what? Everyone's running towards them. So cool, man, just running. These youths have left their bikes. They ran across a road. There's like so imagine we're on a high road at the bottom. They're at the end. They've just come out of shop. They've ran across the road and then they've just disappeared. So I'm running with a group saying, cool, we're riding out. Let's go. Boom. We're running up. Listen, man's hit a fence. The fence is to a park. There's a massive park. Hit the fence. And I swear to God, when I got to the fence, my heart, I just remember seeing them 3 youths are running towards their group, bro. Their group, there was like 15 of them, like 15, 16 of them. And what I forgot to tell you, I'm 15, but these youths that we were like go confront, bro, they were like 18, 19, 17. They were big youths, bro. Their height, their weight, everything was just, man's
15
lost.
to 18 if it's different.
Even on a 2-on-1, bro, like we've lost, bro. They're big youths. And I just see them run into like a massive group of youths. That's their little clique. Squad. And I remember thinking, yo, hit the fence. I was like, yo. But my brethren's already hopped over. They're like, I come. So I thought, fuck it is what it is. Let's go. Man's hopped over. These youths are blowing. But the youths that was a bit thinking, whoa, they're blowing. They're all blowing. So I'm looking at it as safe.
Yeah, we're all going, we're in it.
Like, we don't have to do nothing now. You're running. We've won. Like, say if we just chase you off, bro. But these men are running. What I don't understand, as we're running, I'm seeing objects flying, bro. Objects come left, right, centre. I'm thinking, right, what's all this, bro? They're throwing knives, bro. I was thinking, right, like,
they're throwing knives.
They're throwing knives. This is a mad thing. Yeah, bro. They're throwing knives like behind. I don't know. Like, to this day, I don't know why they done it. I don't know if it was a setup. I don't know what it was, bro. But I'm seeing bare kitchen knives getting flung all over the place. So I'm saying, cool. So I'm running, but like man's adrenaline's on 100. Like, I'm not at the front of the group, so it's mad to say this, but like, I ain't getting hurt because I ain't at the front, bro. Like, if they do spin round, I'm off. Remember, I'm fast, bro. Athletics, I'm off. Get it? But these men have cut, they've left, and then like we just took it as a win. We went to the ends, we ducked them out, made them look like donuts, basically. You get me? This is broad daylight. This was in May 2010. This was on a hot summer's day. So yeah, we took it as a win, safe. They've ran, we've done our thing. That's what it is. Because back in the day, there was a culture of ducking man down, ducking man out, and like that was a win. I can't lie. Like if we go to your block, if we go to your area and we chase you off and you run, we've won. Everyone's gonna know, hey, they got 100%. Chased out. Especially when we're younger. Especially when there's like less than half of there's less of us, bro. Bear in mind, them 2 youths that came with us, they're not even involved, bro. They didn't even run like that. They weren't even, I think they got scared. They stood their ground. So there's 7 of us ducking down. I've got 18 man, let's say. 18 man. They've cut out. We're in the park now and we're just chilling. I think we was all just bussing, having jokes.
You're like, in their park?
Yeah, we're in their ends. Like, we're
so
just
you just
laughing.
decided, let's chill in their ends?
We didn't even chill. Like, it wasn't, we were just stood around like we were just laughing. Like, yeah, we're just laughing. Like, man's heart is just like, yeah. So he's saying like, boom, like, we're satisfied. We're satisfied. Man can go home. Bro, we're leaving the park. All I hear was the loudest. Bear in mind, I'm 15. My voice was not like this. All I hear is, I pussios. I never forget. I just heard, I pussios. I'm like, what the fuck? Hey, man's turn around, bro. I recognize some of the youths. It was some of them. But this time they came back ready. They were ready, bro. I'm seeing samurais. So like, one youth had the main youth. He had like a samurai in one hand. He had a knife in another. I'm seeing another youth with something long. I think it was like a bat. Couple youths had shanks. Couple youths had like sticks. But these men looked ready because it's almost like they were caught off guard the first time. I don't know how long. Like, I'd say it was in a park like 5-10 minutes. They've run out. Remember, not the whole group's come back, but they've come back armed. Like, but they're ready for man this time. Like that pussyo, the way he shot it, pussyo,
you know it's go time.
Man knew, yo, it's not a chasing thing now. It's different now, innit? And like, turned around, confronted by them. They're like, yeah, what you man saying?
How close are they at this point,
bro? So at this point, like they're still a good while away. They're like a good, I'd say like a good 100 meters, okay, good 100 meters. So
you still got time
realistically,
to get out of there, basically.
if they was to dot tools, man. I've got time to I got time to fly out. But like I say, man's involved. I'm there. I'm in the moment. I'm not gonna run off and be known as the guy that ran off. I'm not gonna. Do you get it? I just have to stand my ground. It is what it is. And it's like hella weapons all over the place. I keep it real. Man was scared, bro. I was scared, bro. Like at the end of the day, man can act and talk bad and this and that, bro. I was scared, bro. Like I say, these are bigger youths and these are serious youths. Like I say, these man, they have names, bro. They have names. They're known for certain things. So man's there like, bro, like, oh shit, this is wild. The first thing I done instantly, I see one of the knives, I picked one up. I felt better, I felt cool. I got something now in it, because these men have got, but at the end they got long ones, bro. Like they don't have to get as close, but I had something, I got it. There's a lot of back and forth in, like a lot of shouting. You man come, you man come, you man I wash, you man come. It reminded me of Green Street, that hooliganism shit when they're like, hey, come on in. Literally like that. I think that went on for a good 8 minutes. I can't lie. Like no one was really trying to make that first. Like everyone's geared up and ready, but no one's really trying to make that first. And then someone from my group, I remember, he just said, you man, fuck that. Fuck that. He just started running at them. Man, all he had was I think it was a table leg that their man dashed, like the first chase. Their man dashed the table leg. He said, fuck that. He just started running towards them. Straight away, pack mentality. Everyone started running. At the same time, I thought, cool, man's running. These man, once again, they've left the park again. We've ducked them out. And at this point, man's ran them all the way out of the park, got to the very end of the road, and that was our win, our second win. But this win felt better because you man come back for us and we ducked you man out again. Cool. All this is going on, man's come out the park. But then I've clocked, like, they've left their bikes. So me and one of my brethren, we said, fuck, let's take their bikes, man. I'll be real, I didn't even have a bike, bro. Like, I was gassed. A mountain bike, big thing. Let's take that. Picked it up, and then it just didn't seem realistic. What, man gonna cycle back to the ends? That was a long bus journey. Man really gonna cycle? Like I say, I didn't have a bike, bro. I'm not even that confident riding bikes, bro. So I picked up, dashed it. I've turned around now. I'm looking back into the park that I've just basically left to just, to chase these youths out. And as I've looked back, my group's got a lot smaller, like, and people are scattered in all over the place. They're scattered in different directions. And I remember, like, everyone's pretty much heading in, like, everyone's scattered all over the place. There's a few people that, like, at the time, I found out later on, they left. Like, I couldn't see them because the park it was measured. It was 220 meters long. So the park's a very big park. It's broad daylight. And another thing as well, when all this is kicking off, listen, there's like 100 witnesses, bro. All the shops on the high road, everyone in the shops had come out on the pavement to watch like some football match. All the people in the tower blocks are all at their windows. You see, if this was like today, there would have been so many bro. It would have been mental, bro. But it wasn't them days, innit? This was Blackberry days. And like, there's just so many people. It's broad daylight happening in such an open park. And like, I clocked like, raw, like, everyone's kind of leaving. Everyone's kind of in different places. And remember, like, I'm like at the road now where these youths have ran off. This ain't my area. We've just violated them. We've chased them out, bro. It's time for me to leave. Everyone's leaving. I thought, cool. Man started leaving. Me and my boy with a bike. He's still on his bike. He's really taking that bike. He's got a nice big bike. He's taking that. He started cycling. I've started jogging. I've left the park now. But as I've left the park, I remember seeing like some movement at there was a chicken shop. I see a bit of movement, and I've looked, and then I see like one of the boys that was previously there. I don't know if he was there in the first chase when we chased him, but I remember seeing him. He came back with the youths that were on, and I remember seeing him. But he was in a chicken shop, but he was kind of like, it's like he'd barricaded himself, and I seen him, but I can't lie. I just didn't think nothing of it. Like I say, I'm here for my boy, my one. I wasn't here for the man them. I was here for my one boy. He's already running off. The group's already going. I've seen this guy. Whatever, innit? Man's cutting, I'm leaving. Everyone's gone in different directions. Certain man have jumped on a bus. Me and my other boy, like my main boy that I even came for, he said, yo, let's go a different way. Let's just walk. Yeah, cool. We've walked. We've ended up walking up a road. We're walking. And I never, oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to say this, yeah. That knife never left my hand, Like, so I picked up the knife. I've chased that group. This is the second chase. I've chased them. They've ran off. I've still got the knife, and it's like, it's so mad because man was on autopilot where even when I left the park, I still had the knife. I just forgot I had the knife. Obviously, I think at the time, I didn't want to leave it. Like, I'd just been faced with a mad thing, bro. Like, I wasn't trying to leave it. And it's like, all these witnesses, all these people in the street, people literally left their haircuts, mid-haircut, to come out with their
gowns on.
Their gowns on, just watching in like, what the fuck, bro? And I didn't think nothing of it, man's running. But I'm not really trying to leave. I'm trying to catch up with my brethren, bro. Like, I'm not being secluded. Like, I'm not getting caught by what I just seen. I'm running, but I've still got the knife. I'm walking with my boy. By this time, I've kind of like, what did I do? I've threw the knife. There's too many witnesses. Like, everyone saw me with the knife. When I realised I've still got the knife, I thought, oh, this is mad. I've thrown it into some skip yard, some junkyard thing. But I did it in front of everyone, bro. Like, everyone at the bus stop, everyone I just flung it. I just didn't want to have it on me. Like, it just looks mad, bro, for obvious reasons. And like, yeah, me and my boy, we've walked off in a different direction. We're walking. And I swear to God, yeah, this whole chasing back and forth thing in the park, this was going on for a good 20 minutes. No police. Like, police come quick, but for some reason, they just hadn't come. When we were leaving, boy, my heart, I could hear sirens from a mile away. But when we started to see the vehicles, there was bully vans on bully vans on bully vans, TSG, you know, like the navy blue ones, the bully vans, police cars. There was just hella cars coming. And I was thinking, oh my days. Like, but I didn't have nothing on me. I didn't have nothing on me. They've gone past us. Remember, they've probably been called, a group of kids with swords. I'm just remember, bear in mind, I'm in my uniform, bro. Like, by this point, like, I'm looking lig now. Me and my boy were in uniform. I wasn't even in trainers, bro. This whole incident that took place, I was in Marks and Spencer's trousers, a white shirt, blazer. I used to wear purple blazer, bro, bright purple blazer. Man's just walking. And then when the police went past us, I just felt like, you know what? This is very hot. Like, we're still in their ends. Now we're 2 up. We're 2 man up. Before it was 9 man, now we're 2 man up. And then I remember there was a bus coming towards us. All we could hear was bam, 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 bam. And then we thought, oh shit, that's them. But when we've looked, it's man's brethren that had cut off earlier. They'd gone in separate routes. We got on the bus now, but the bus is crowded. Like, they're all sat at the back. Me and my boy, we're just at the front. The bus journey was like 20 minutes, 15 minutes. We've got back to the ends. When we got off at the ends, everyone's got off. And then, like, before my brethren spoke, obviously, you can imagine, bro, like, it might have been shock. I can't lie, it might have been shock. It was a mad thing. It was a madness, bro. Like, but that bus journey had time to ease. Got off the bus, and then man are like, oh, yo, my man got touched, you know? I said, who? He said, didn't you see that you? He got touched. I said, swear down. And then I swear to God, like, I heard he got touched, but I didn't really think nothing of it because no one said who done what. No one said no, man didn't even say he got stabbed. I just heard he got touched. Touch could mean anything. Touch could mean he got banged, he got whacked. We've all gone home our separate ways. Me and my boy, the one boy that I was with, we went home. He lives a bit near me. Everyone's gone in different directions. Everyone's gone home. I remember getting a phone call like 2 hours later. Yo, go on BBC News. Go on BBC News right now. And then, like, it didn't even click, bro. I'm thinking, why? I've gone on the news. See that youth that I saw in the chicken shop, bro? He died, bro. Like, he died, bro. And I thought, what? Like, what? He died. Everyone's like, bro, my man died, bro. He got stabbed. He died. I was thinking, yo, what the fuck? And
this video is sponsored by Cranbrook Law, an award-winning immigration law firm. Their talented solicitors can help when any struggles arise regarding immigration law. They can help get you the visas they need. They can help get you the staff you need from any other countries. As you can see, the website is on the screen right now. So if you need anything to do with immigration law, message Cranbrook Law and let them help you. Whether you're looking to obtain a sponsor license, receive advice and guidance in relation to compliance and our civil penalties, or take advantage of our know-how and experience across a broad range of business visas, our talented and dynamic immigration lawyers are available to speak to you. Telephone numbers on the screen, emails on the screen, and hit the link in the bio if you need any help.
It's so mad to say this because man was around crime, man was around road use, man was around the man them. I've never seen no one die. Yeah, I've never seen no one stabbed. I've heard things, but I ain't seen it. So I'm hearing, yo, my man died. And I thought, that's mad. But you know, one thing I always say to myself, I said, I wasn't there. I didn't see it. I didn't do it. So that put me at ease. I didn't do it, bro. Like, yeah, I was stressing, but I didn't do it. Nah, bro. A week later, detectives are at my house, coming in, talking about arresting you for the murder.
Did they raid your house?
Do you know what's crazy? Like, they actually didn't raid my house. Like, remember there was 9 of us. Yeah. The main youths, that were directly involved in that actual stabbing, like the group that was actually like there to, not even, because obviously it was one person that done it. It was one stab wound in the back. As the guy was chasing him,
One stab wound killed
it
him.
was one stab wound. But what happened was where he stabbed him just under his left shoulder, I think it hit a pulmonary vein. And I found out later when in court, like if you cut one of those, you bleed out. You'll bleed out. So I'm here. Cool. I said I got nicked a week later, but on the build up to that, people are getting arrested. Like the main youths are getting arrested from my group. They're getting arrested, but I'm hearing their doors are getting smashed in, tasers, armed police, all of that. So in my head, I'm thinking, am I gonna get nicked? Like, but I didn't do it. I keep thinking I didn't do anything though. So I didn't do anything, bro. I didn't do anything. And like going school was mad because you need to understand this happened on a Wednesday in May in 2010. I had to go to school the next day, Thursday, and all day at school, I'm like, like that was the madness. I'm in class, I'm dozing off. Like, and you see me, like, one thing I'll say, like, a lot of kids, they're quite chatty, they brag. I was not chatting about this at all. This is mental. What happened? Like, I'm still processing. A man died, bro. So I'm in lesson. I think even that week I had one exam. I remember I was doing a GCSE exam. I was filling out the questions and that. And I was just like, yo, my man died, bro. And obviously, like, I didn't know who the guy was. I'd never seen him before, I'd never met him before. But obviously when people die, they put their faces on the news. And I just kept on thinking of my man's face. And I was like, the victim's face. And I was just like, bro, that's mad. I remember literally sitting in a GCSE exam, filling in, it's multiple choice, A, B, C, D, I'm crossing B, C. I'm thinking, blood, that was crazy. That day was crazy, bro. But literally a week later, I've come home from school. Like, I didn't think nothing of it. I've come home, unmarked police car. They weren't even feds like that. They were detectives. They were all in suits and that. It wasn't even burying them or nothing. They were like, are you da-da-da? I went, yeah. And they're like, oh, can we just have a word with you, please? But then when I realised they were police, I thought, oh, they're coming for me for this. But then I just felt like...
Maybe they want to chat kind of thing.
Not even that. I just felt like it wasn't me. So they might want to chat to me, but I can't go to jail, bro. I didn't do anything. Do you know what I'm saying? They're asking me questions. Where was you? This and that. And I can't lie to you. At the time, I just lied. I was like, oh, I was at football, you know? And they were like, yeah, who was you with? I was like, oh, I was with some friends. They're like, what friends? I was like, I don't know. Like, I just went to the park. Usually we link up. They got a football. We just play football. They were like, They were being so polite. It was mad. They were being so polite. I said to my mum, like, she was very laid back. She was scared, but she's interviewing my son over a murder. I'm like, you've got the wrong housemate. My mum was like, do you want tea? They were like, no. Then after about 15 minutes of them listening to my bullshit, talking about I went to a park, play football, they were like, yeah, fortunately, we're going to have to take you in for further questioning. And then they've arrested me. But like...
They put you in cuffs?
Put me in cuffs, but I hadn't been charged. Like, they never said you're charged with murder. They never said... They literally arrested me for something called violent disorder. And like, when they mentioned violent disorder, I had an understanding of, cool, what happened at the day, that was cool, that's a violent disorder. It's... violent disorder basically means you're involved in an altercation or an incident where people within the public feel threatened or they feel a threat towards their safety. So that doesn't even mean someone has to get hurt. It can just mean you're just moving like a madman, running with a knife, waving a sword, and people in the public feel fear. Yeah. And I thought, cool, I got nipped for that. I'm in a police car. And I'm like, bro, like this is mental, bro. Like, because it's linked to a murder, bro. It's linked to a murder. So I didn't...
But you're 15 years old.
Bro, it was mad, bro. Like, once again, I'm in my uniform. I'm always in my uniform, bro. Like, it's mad, bro. Like, I'm in my uniform. I'm at the police station now. And then once I'm at the police station, I remember, like, because I'm a minor, you can't even be interviewed without a parent. My dad's come. When my dad's come, I'm like, hey, Dad, listen. I didn't even do anything, yeah. I'm just going to, like... And my dad's like, no. Solicitor. No. I was like, man, don't need a solicitor. I want to go home. Because you see the police, they're very smart, you know. Yeah. When I'm in a police car, they're like, if you didn't do anything, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Just, you know, just tell us where you was. And I said, listen, I was playing football. But I just thought, at the end of the day, whether they believe me or not, I didn't do it. I don't care. Yeah. You can see through my lies. I didn't do it, bro. My dad said, listen, we've got to get a solicitor. Cool, we got a solicitor. This is when I realised the situation I was in. My solicitor started breaking down something to me called joint enterprise. And I'm like, what's joint enterprise? They're like, joint enterprise is when someone might commit a crime, but everyone holds the same sentence for that one person's actions. And in my head, I was like, nah, bro.
You're telling us this way. You got it wrong, bro.
I said, nah, bro, not me, bro. Nah, bro, I didn't do it. I said, I'm in my head, I'm like, I didn't do it. It's mad. I was having a back and forth argument with him, like, I didn't do it. He's like, it doesn't matter whether you did it or not. You need to understand the seriousness of what you're involved in. And like, basically, from there, I got police bail. So I told you there was 9 of us. I think 3 people, not even 3, sorry, 2 out of that 9, straight away charged with murder, remanded into custody. So them 2 were 16, I was 15. I got police bail, so 2 are in jail, 7 of us are on road. We're all on road. We had conditions not to communicate because obviously like we might, you know,
Interfere with the case,
blah, blah, blah. And then like, I can't lie, I was on bail for like 2 months. I didn't think nothing of it. So I've got this pending, not even murder, violent disorder. It's not that deep of it's a crime. You can go jail, but it's not murder. So I thought, man was involved in a violent disorder. I might go jail, but then I just thought, I didn't do it, bro. I'm not going jail. 2 months later, I got called in, and then my solicitor let me know, this time, you're going to get remanded. Because that week, the 7 that were out, one by one, when they getting called in, murder. I went in, I got charged with murder. And I'll be honest with you, like, it still didn't really hit me. Because I'm there like, but I didn't do it. I'm just going to ride it out. No comment all the way. I'm going to ride this out. I'm just going to ride it out. I went remanded. I was 15 still. Went to a prison called Cookenwood. It's in Rochester. I did about, I remember I counted 32 days. I did 32 days on remand.
Stop. First day, 15 years old, in prison. Talk to me.
Cool. So what
happens?
Because
realistically, even just from talking to you today, you're a good kid. You're not one of them people who've come from a mad family, abused mom, abused dad, drugs, this. You weren't that kid.
No. I weren't. As much as people would have thought that.
You could sit here and say, yeah, I was about it, this and that, but you lived a good life in the sense that you was athletic, you was in a grammar school.
Yeah, bro, I keep it real, man. I was literally on the bandwagon. Like I say, like I got drawn to that, and boom, as a result,
when you walked in, you're like, rah, I'm in prison.
Yeah, bro. So day one, like, I'll take it just a bit before that. When you get remanded, you have to make an appearance in court, and it's the judge that makes that decision. It's not Crown Court, the first court. Magistrates. I don't know how I forgot that. That's how long it's been. Magistrates judge, and he's like, boom, charge of murder. You're not getting bail. Boom. I got remanded, yeah. So I realized, yo, man's going to jail, and you need to remember, I was a bandwagon youth. I'm bad with a man them. I'm not bad on my own, you know. I'm 15. I'm a skinny kid. There's some I don't know what jail's like. I've seen the films. It looks mad. I don't know what to think. I've got on a sweatbox. They call them sweatboxes. It's a circle van. You've probably seen the white vans. People that go jail, they get transported. It's like a taxi for prisoners. On a sweatbox, one youth's come on. It's from my ends. He's like, hey, what going? Is that you? I'm like, yo. He's like, hey, wait, what? Are you coming cooking wood? I'm like, yeah. He's like, you're good, man. You're good. Better, man, them there. You're good. And I thought, okay. Another youth's come on the bus. Bear in mind, these youths, they're not even from man's case or what I got nicked for. These are just, they're getting nicked for other stuff. Like, I didn't realize how many people get nicked for things that we don't even know. They don't really say, I got nicked for robbery, I got nicked for this, I got nicked for assault. So another youth's come on, he got nicked for something else, but he's in Southwark Crown Court for something else. He's come on the bus. Hey, is that you? What gone? Hey. So now, I'm like, I'm comfy, man. I know these, man. I'm comfy, I'm good, man. Gone on the wings. And I'll be real with you, like I say, like, I keep it, like, man, I'm scared, bro. I'm scared, but I'm leaning with these, man. I'm with these, man. Like, these men are big. They've been in and out of jail for a bit. They got a bit of size. So I'm like, yeah, I got to roll with these, man. So it's like, even if I wanted to get away from the road stuff, now that I'm in jail, for my safety, I kind of still have to roll with the man them. And I was in Cookenwood. I did 32 days. I remember I still counted it. I did 32 days because my parents, they kept on applying for bail. So it's very hard to get bail for murder, but it's possible. Bear in mind, there was 9 of us in jail for the one murder. Out of 9, 4 of us got bail because we were children, and it's all about involvement in the crime. They know I wasn't even there. So I got bail, 3 others got bail. We got electronic tag. But even before that, 32 days, bro, it was mad. Like, I remember just thinking, yo, like, no girls, no family, no phone. This was BlackBerry days, BBM. I used to love my BBM, you know, bare girls, bare this, bare that. Like, Facebook was my thing, bro. Like, I used to love Facebook. No phone. Channel 1 to 5. thing called canteen. You can order food once a week, but you get you're limited to how much you can spend. I was on remand, so you have unlimited, luckily. But bruv, it was shit, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, like, I wasn't really scared because I knew people in there. But what I was battling with in my head was like, there's a potential I might go jail for this. There is actually a potential I might go jail for this. There was people in that jail on my wing who had been lifed off for joint enterprises, and they're telling me, bro, man got a 15, man got a 16, I got 13. Just like you, I didn't do it. I got 13. And see, all of that was messing me up, bro. That was messing up my head, man. Messing me up differently, like.
How long was you on bail for?
So remember, I did 32 days on remand, and what my parents were doing, they kept on applying for bail. They paid for solicitors, and then in the end, they granted me bail. My dad had to surrender like 15 bags to hand over 15 grand to the court. That was like kind of surety. If I run off, if I breach, money gone. I had to hand over my passport just so I don't fly out. Yeah. So man's on bail. They've put me on tag, and I managed to literally go back to. So I'd finished all my GCSEs by then. Luckily, like by the time I got remanded, I'd done my GCSEs. When I got bail, I came out, and a week later, I went to go collect my results. I got 8 GCSEs, bro. I got 2 A's. I got an A star, and I got 2 A's. One was in PE, one was in drama. But I got A star in Japanese. Obviously, I'm half Japanese. You know, that was easy. That's light for me. But yeah, man, like, I'm going sixth form now. I'm studying AS level. I'm doing drama, doing government and politics. While I'm on bail, bro, I'm on drama, government, politics.
Bail for murder, bro.
Bail for murder, bro. It's unheard of.
What was your household like?
What, in general, or when I came out now?
When you come out, what was your
cool.
How did your family cope with the situation?
What's crazy is, when I went to jail on remand, I got close to my family because it was a wake-up call that, yo, we've been so caught up in our marriage, sorting out our differences, that we didn't even see what our oldest son was doing, and look what he got caught up in. So it kind of made them fix up, my mum and my dad. It kind of made them fix up, and they were visiting me like all the time, 2 visits a week. And I started to realize, like, when you go jail, no one's got you apart from your family. No one's got you. So my relationship with my family kind of grew whilst I was in jail. When I got bail, it grew more to a point where, like, I was on tag, so I had to be in by 7 p.m. Parties, that was my thing. I used to love, bro. I was that guy, bro. I'm going parties, bare gala on me. I used to love going parties, get their Facebook, get their BlackBerry, whatever, cool. I couldn't go parties, man. I'm seeing Facebook videos, pictures, everyone's at parties. I'm pissed, bro. I'm like, everyone's doing their thing. When I said to myself, but I'd rather tag than remand. I'm rather this tag than being in jail. Do you get what I'm saying? So I was on tag, I was on bail for like 9 months, 8 months, and then my trial started. When my trial started, it just looked messy. And when I say it looked messy, they done a lot of digging, they done a lot of homework, and then they basically started to make us realize that whether we did the crime or not, they were trying to get us down. They wanted all 9 of us lifed off. Different evidence is coming out. They're bringing up my stop and searches. That's got nothing to do with my case. They're like, look, he got stopped and searched 40 times in 2010.
You got stopped and searched 40 times?
40 times in 2009, and I think about 17 times in 2010. And to
40 times?
Like, it was a lot, but all right, cool. It's a lot, innit? It's a lot, but I wasn't, but this is what I'm saying. When I'm on my own, man don't get stopped and searched. It's when I'm with groups, bro. Like, when I'm in a group of 10, group of 12, they're pulling up on us. And what they would do is they'll stop and search us, put us against walls, rag us around, and they'll just follow us. I'm saying, what are these lot doing? Police car just following us. I'm like, these lot are bored, bro. We'll just run. We'll just all run in different directions. They'll catch us 10 minutes later. They stop and search us again. We say, bro, pulling out tickets. They have to issue you with a ticket. I think, well, you just search, man. Yep, but you came out of our site for 10 minutes. You could have produced a knife, could have produced... Man's just getting hit up. They're bringing up things like that. They're bringing up bad character. My other co-defendants, people on my case, people on the trial with me, they've been jailed previously for other offences. They're bringing all that up. So they're building up a mad picture. So I feel like the reason I got found guilty of this murder was basically because the main reason, I believe, I picked up a knife. And looking back now, obviously I shouldn't have, but it happened too fast. I was in the moment.
Even if you didn't get the knife, realistically, it's still joint enterprise.
Realistically, they were trying to get us down regardless. Like, their job, prosecution's job, was get as many man guilty for this M. That's what they wanted, yeah? And, like, I think the main reason I got the murder was because in the end, 7 of us were found guilty, but only 3 of us were found guilty for murder. and I was one of those 3.
So what did the others get found with?
They got found guilty of manslaughter.
So how did you get murder and they got manslaughter?
Because I picked up that knife and I threw that knife and my prints were on that knife. The guys that got manslaughter, there was nothing to them. There was nothing there was just nothing on them. The only thing they had on them was, you went there. Yeah. For me, you had the knife. They used my athletics against me. They said, yeah, look, he's getting, what was that? Because I was getting 23. I was getting 23 seconds or 200 meters, like 23 ones. And that's quite fast for a 15-year-old, you know what I'm saying? The world record was 19. I was only 4 seconds behind Usain Bolt on 200 meters, you know what I'm saying? 4 seconds a lot in a sprint, but 15-year-olds, like, and they were like, yeah, look, you're fast. You were there. You were flying up with that knife. And then the grammar school stuff, I thought, that's good character. Let me say I run for a club, I go to a good school. You know what they said? Oh, so you got brains. You've probably fabricated evidence to make yourself look good. You knew better. You should have known better. That makes you even more dangerous. They literally flipped everything good I had against me. And obviously that's their job. And I was like, wow. I wasn't sure where this was going. But at the end of the day, you give me bail. The fact that you give me bail told me, I'm going home, bro. Like, you didn't give my man bail. You didn't give him bail. Because, you get me? You didn't give them bail, you get me? But, like I say, in the end, 7 of us guilty. I got the murder. The guy that done it got the murder. Another guy that was alongside him got, like, kind of a bit beside him when the stabbing actually took place, got the murder. And, like, in court, I could prove I was 200 meters away. I had CCTV evidence placing me 200 meters away. I had a live phone call. When I say a live phone call, as all the altercations kicking off, a woman describes me and she says, I'm right outside of her house, tall block of flats. I'm on the pavement. She described me to a T. I'm the only mixed race guy there. Described me to a T. And 4 seconds later, she said, oh, they've all just left the park. They've just chased the boy at the end. Bear in mind, the park is 200 meters. So in 4 seconds, I can't be there, bro. How can I be there? I'm not even running anyway. I'm just there because I'm still hyped up that I just chased them youths earlier. So I proved that. CCTV stills, I proved it. I'm not even there. It didn't matter, bro. It didn't matter. In the end, the jury were made to return a unanimous verdict. Usually it can be a majority. Yeah. So if I put doubt in, so there's 12 jurors. If I can put doubt in 3 of their minds, if 3 say not guilty and 9 say guilty, it's a hung jury. If 10 say guilty and 2 say not guilty, I'm guilty. So I only had to put doubt in 3 people's heads to say, nah, he didn't do it. And I would have it's a hung jury. The judge wasn't having it. He said everyone must return a unanimous verdict, meaning it's all or nothing. So the thing about being on a jury service, I don't know if the people have been on jury. You can't just leave. You can't say I've had enough. I've got kids. You can't. As a civilian, you owe a duty to the courts. And what I personally think happened was the trial was getting dragged out for so long.
They just wanted to be over.
They wanted to go home. So the day of verdict, I'll never forget it. I'm going into court and they've called us all in. And we knew, yo, this is bad, bro. This is bad. I'm seeing women crying. I'm seeing women with tissues. They're crying, they're shaking, sniffling. And I said, like, why would they be crying? If you feel like you're doing the right thing, why would you be crying? Like, I'm pretty sure if the jury were sentencing Hitler to death, they would not be crying, bro. They'd feel like they're doing something right do you get what I'm saying? But these lot are crying. That's when I knew this is going to go bad, bro. And yeah, man, got the guilty for murder.
How did you feel when you heard...
Bro, I remember, like, this is bad to even say this, like, I had a Bible with me, bro. I slammed that Bible off the floor. I was so angry, like, but I was broken. I remember I heard the guilty, and then, like, you know when you just get humbled and you just shut your mouth? I just went, wow. I remember saying, wow. And I just looked at the floor, bro, and I just threw my Bible.
Was your mum and dad there?
Yeah, bro, but I didn't even want to look at them. So when we were getting taken down by the jailers, I remember, like, I just turned back. I looked at my mum. My mum was in pieces, bro. My dad's got his arm around her. She's just tearing up, like I felt, bro, it was mad, bro. I went downstairs. I can't lie, when that cell door closed in the courts, bro, I was crying, bro. I was pissed. I can't even say I was pissed. I was literally just upset, bro. I was so upset. Like, man got found guilty for murder. I hadn't been given my time yet, but you already know what a sentence you're gonna get for murder, bro. Like, I was just like, bro, I didn't even do it, man. This is mad, bro. And then we had to come back at another point for sentencing. They had to get, like, pre-sentence reports, they call it. They want to know, like, before the judge gives you your time, he wants to know about your life.
Yeah. Previously,
before the crime, during what you did in the crime, and what you're doing in jail. So we came back about 5 months later. It was a long...
So was you on remand for this point?
So Now I'm guilty for murder. Previously, I was on remand. Now I'm on something called judge's remand, which means you were found guilty of a crime, but you haven't been sentenced yet. So I'm in jail now. I've done 5 months in jail. That 5 months was mad because you can imagine, bro, I'm pissed, bro. A lot of fights. I got shipped. I think I was in a jail called Ashfield. I lasted 2 months. My brethren were fighting on the wing. Some keys flung down the landing, officers' keys. I just picked them up, man. I just thought, fuck it, I'm taking these. Like, I didn't even know what I was thinking. I just, you're just moving mad. By now, I was 16. I was just like, fuck this, I'm taking them. And I remember throwing them. Oh, man. A couple hours later, my door got whacked off. Bow. They come with shields, video camera. They're like, yep, escape risk. They tried to say I was trying to escape, bro. So that's gone on my file. Imagine all before sentencing. So the judge is going to hear about all this. They said I tried to escape and I got stitched up. I was in a block for like a couple of weeks. Got shipped out. Went to another jail, Warren Hill. I got put in an escape suit as well. It's like a jester's outfit, like a clown jester's outfit, escape suit. I'll go on Warren Hill, got on a long-termers unit. So I wasn't lifed off yet, but they knew I was about to get lifed off. So they're like, you can go on a long-termers unit as long as you behave. I was on there, I was settled, I was cool. Got into it again. Some youths, 2 guys, they beat up one of my friends. So me and my other friends were like, fuck this, we're gonna get my man. And we planned it for like 3 days and we caught him, got him in the surgery, like done him up badly still. Went to the block. This is all in the space of like 4 months. I'm just in a block. And then I went to a jail up north, Wetherby in Leeds. And I had to go for sentencing, so they shipped me back down south. I got my 12. And what's so crazy is like, in that 5 months of being in jail before my sentencing, I'd basically prepared myself to get a big bird. When I got my 12, I was relieved, bro. I was like, oh. I was expecting 15. I was expecting 16. I got a 12. And like...
So why didn't you do like half or something?
Oh, so basically...
Or 3/3 or
so most people, when you get a sentence in this country, you do half of your sentence. Yeah. And the reason you do half your time in prison, in custody, and the other half you do it on license, which means you got meetings of probation, like you're on license, innit? You're still part of the system, but you're on road now. And with a life sentence, so basically when I say 12 years HMP, I basically got lifed off. And to break down what lifed off means, like people think, oh, that's not life, you got 12. It's nah, bro. When you get lifed off, your whole life, you spend your whole life in jail, you get minimum tariffs. I was given a 12 years minimum tariff. So when man are like, I'm going home in 4 months, I'm going home in 5 months, I didn't know when I was going home. I was allowed to apply for parole, which basically means I have to put a case why I should be released into public in 12 years. It wasn't guaranteed I was going home. So I basically had no release date.
Oh, so when they say 12, they're basically saying minimum 12.
Minimum 12, bro. Like I could have still been in jail now. If I had a fight before my parole, I'm done out here, bro. Another 2, come back in 24 months. That's what they would have said to me, literally. So being a lifer in jail, it's hard to get your head around it because you don't know when you're going home. Like I'd always say, I'm home in 12. I'm not home in 12. I can apply for parole in 12. Which means if I mess up along the way, you're done. Closer to parole, safe. Don't even bother. And like, basically I got 12. Yeah, I got 12. And then this is in August 2011, I got my 12. And that's where my journey started, man. Literally, I was 17 now. And like, bruv, it weren't easy, man. I started off in the juveniles, 15 to 18-year-old jails. A lot of fighting, man. I can't lie to you. Just a lot of fighting, bro. Like, they're proper hostile environments. Like, I see a man get beat up for wearing the same trainers as another man. Like, he wore the same Air Forces. The guy said, if you wear them again, I was going to crash you. The youth, I'm not a dickhead. He wore them again. He got smacked up. And the thing about juvenile jails...
They're wearing the same trainers.
They're wearing the same trainers, bro. My mother's. That's when I said, yeah, this is a different world, bro. Like, the roads are crazy, but you need to understand, like, you're not all shoved into a building. This is man from all Hackney, Tottenham, Brixton, Peckham. Everyone's in the same building now. Everyone's in the same room. And it's like... It's a hot plate, bro. Like, the littlest thing, you're getting beat up.
And everyone is crazy.
And a lot, like I say, juvenile, see, to go jail at a juvenile age, you're a bad kid, bro. You've been sent to prison and you're not even 18. So that was full of the most. That was just, it was ganged off. Everyone was a gang member. Like, everyone was a gang member. When you get to older jails, you start to see, like, them organised crime guys, the guys in suits that do mad things, bricks. You might see, like, rapists and that. You see all sorts of crime. You might see junkies in jail, but in juveniles, gang members only. And it was a hot plate, bro. The littlest thing, man are fighting. And one thing I tell you about juvies is like, Don't think you're having a one-on-one, bro. You're getting rushed by 12 man. You're getting rushed by 10. I see a man get his head kicked in by a whole wing in Feltham, and it humbled me. I said, bro, man got rushed by a whole wing. And like, I couldn't even see I couldn't see him. I just saw everyone trying to kick. They all hitting each other, trying to get him. But that's the pack mentality in them jails. Like,
They just want violence.
They just want violence, bro. Everyone was on violence, bro. Yeah, bro. Like, even me, like, I've had a lot of fights, but I've never been, do you know what it is? Like, I've always been able to navigate. Like, I don't start trouble. If I got to back myself, I got to back myself. But there's certain man, I can't lie, they just want man to know they're that guy. They just punch him out left, right, and centre. I saw a lot of madness, bro. Turned 18, gone to young offenders. Okay. There was more fights in juveniles because man are immature. But the violence in young offenders was crazier. And when I say crazier, it's like, there might not be 10 man rushing one now, but it might be 2 man with shanks, 2 man with knives, 2 man with a brick. I knew a man that had a brick, bro. He used to roll with a brick. I don't know how he got the brick. When it's that time, he's pulling a brick. He's coming out of a brick. I used to think, bro, the young offenders is long. I see a man get stabbed, a man get hot watered, a man get hot oiled. Like, when I say hot oiled, like, you know, like vegetable oil, cooking oil, and then boil it in a kettle. And they call it ghee in them dispersal prisons, like the ACATs, the high security prisons, people getting hot watered. Once again, I got into a lot of fights, but man always navigated. When I say navigated, it's like, I'm always on point and I'm always like cool with people. So I'm cutting through. I'm doing my little thing, but I'm cutting through. And like, yeah, them 3 years I spent 3 years. I've been to 13 prisons, you know, my sentence. 13 prisons. And like, most of the ship outs were security ship outs, meaning my behaviour led me to get an instant ship out. It means I get grabbed by officers, I get handcuffed, I get bent over, my head's down, they're holding man, they're restraining man, they're taking man to the segregation. Segregation is like a prison in a prison. Like, you think you're in jail, but when you go segregation, the block, they call it, the shoe, the chokey, all the films, they call it, like, you're alone, bro. You're literally alone with your thoughts and you're spending literally 23 hours, come out for a 10-minute phone call, 20-minute shower. You're doing 23 and a half in that cell, alone, your own thoughts, no telly, no gym. And bro, you're just sat there in your thoughts. And like, a lot of times I go to the block.
Like, is that the same as a block?
No, it is the block. It's the block.
So
block, segregation is the block, innit? Okay. So a lot of times I'm down there. Obviously, I'm down there, like, I've either beat someone up or I've been caught with a phone or whatever. I'm down there, but I just used to think, man's not even meant to be here, man. Like, and it's so depressing, bro. Like, I'm there and I'm like, I'm not even meant to be here. Like, fam, I shouldn't even be in jail. Like, it just, bro, it used to break me, man. I used to always come out on some, like, I used to come out with more aggression. I can't lie, like, it's not healthy for you. I used to come out mad aggressive. And like, it was only a few years ago, they made it illegal to put kids under 18 in segregation. Like, that's been removed now. You can't even go because it's illegal, because what it does to you mentally. And I spent months down the block, man. Like, that time I told you we beat up that guy, fam, I did a straight 2 months down there. They didn't even let man back out. They really punished me, bro. They really, like, we beat up like one of the star boys, innit? You know, like the golden boys. We beat them up badly. They violated me. They were dieting, man, and that. When I first got there, they were giving man like two potatoes on my meals and that. And I was thinking, what's this? And it's like, they're like, yeah, you have what you're given. And bro, being 16, it's like, man's not really arguing with a big wham ex-military officer. It is what it is, do you know what I mean? And I just had to hug it, man. But like, yeah, man, it's not healthy.
Get easier as you got older?
So as I got older, I learned, like, you know how you navigate in jail. You just know what to do, what not to do, what to say, what not to say. Do you get what I'm saying? So I was good with everyone in a sense of, I was always doing things, like, even when I was in jail, we started doing patterns. When I say patterns, like, man's getting weed, man's getting tobacco, and like, we're making our little drink, making our little peas, we're doing our little thing. But at the same time, I had to make sure, before I start doing this, I got to make sure my man them are with me. Yeah, man them are with me, because I don't care what anyone says. You can't do nothing on your ones, bro. Especially in them environments. Like, everyone's hungry. You get pounced on. You know what I'm saying? People are hungry, bro. Like, people get jealous. The red eye's real in jail. The red eye's real on road, but in jail, Jesus, it's in their face, innit? Like, on road, you might see a man on social media and get jealous. In jail, you're seeing him every day walking past you. Triggering you, bro. Triggering you. And like, I had my little squad, was doing our little thing. But like I say, man, with money, it always comes violence. It always comes to, this guy owes man £500. He owes man a bag. Man can't look soft. If he owes man bread, if I can't let it run, we've got to do something. And then I'll do something. I'm in the block. I'm getting shipped out, so I lost the P's anyway.
Yeah,
so it's just it's a cycle, bro. It's a cycle. And then like the 3 years in the YOs was crazy, man.
How when did prison get easier?
Prison got easier for me.
As you got older?
Prison got easier for me when I got older, but I think like I started doing music when I was like 19. This was still in the YOs, but this is when I say like I was good with everyone because I'm doing music. Man's writing, man's rapping, man's singing, and like people were really resonating with man's music. My music was like pain. I'm just talking about got life. I was a kid.
One of your music videos went viral, no?
Yeah, so basically, this was a bit later on. This was like, at this point when I'm talking about 19, when I started, this is 2014. We didn't even have phones. There was no phones. I was in a high security YOs, no phones. Security were very on it. Like, they were beating man up and they were battering kids, beating us up in there, yeah. Beating you up for the littlest. Smoke a spliff, they're punching your face off, bro. So it was a techie thing where I'm doing music, but it's not getting out there. No one even knows what's going on. As I've got older, I've gone to the adult establishment, they're a lot calmer. Officers treat you a bit better. I think like because you're a bit older, you're a bit more, you can get wham. There's wham youths on steroids, all of that. They know like, I can't bully my man, he's a big youth. They treat you more like a human, I think, in adult jails, I would say. They bully you in the kids' jails because they're just bullies, bro. I think that's why they do that job, just to bully kids. Do you get me? I don't know what happened to their childhood, but they just want to bully people. It is what it is. Adult jails now, there's a lot of phones, there's a lot of this, there's a lot of that. I'm rapping on the wing, I'm winning talent shows, I'm doing Black History Month. I was even in a band. I'm performing to governors, I'm performing to visitors. And like, people are like, what, ain't you got no music out there yet? I'm like, nah, you know, ain't got no music out there. So there was a one day, my brethren's like, yo, you need to drop something, man, you need to drop something. Just pulled out an iPhone. He's like, drop something, man, drop something. I said, nah, man, I can't, I'm a lifer, bro. Like, what do you mean drop something? He's like, cover up. He's giving me some clothes. Boom, man's covered up. I dropped one freestyle that I wrote like a week ago, but everyone on the wing was like, bro, that's the coldest. I've dropped it, and when he's got the video, he's filmed it, and then basically he's like, yo, give me your people's numbers and that, like, and I'll send it to them. I've given my family, like my mum, a couple of people's numbers. Everyone's like, hey, this video's good. Do you know what that video ended up? Bro, that video ended up getting sent to loads of guys in my jail. I'm on free flow. Free flow means when you go to education, when you go to gym, it's movement. So when you leave your wing, this is when like 1,000 prisoners are all walking at the same time. People are like, hey, that video's hard, you know, that video's hard. I'm thinking, right, how does everyone know? You need to remember, I'm a lifer, bro. Like, if these things come out, I might not go home. That's the difference. Like, there's a lot of man in this day and age, even this year, a couple man I know, shout out them, man. They've blown up, bro, from these jail videos. They've done their thing, but where my situation is different is I will not be getting released if I get found out that I'm doing these things. So when everyone's finding out like you're doing your thing, I'm stressing like, right, why does everyone know? Next thing you know, my video's on YouTube, bro. Someone's uploaded it on YouTube, one of my boys. But I was pissed, I was stressed. But he's like, bro, it's doing numbers. He didn't tell me when he first put it on. He waited about a few weeks and he's like, bro, your thing's doing numbers. I said, what do you mean? It did like 50K in a week, bro. I said, 50K? I said, yeah, bro, it's going off. Look at the comments. So, like, when I managed to get on a phone, I'm like, right, this thing's going off. It's going off. It's going off. When it started gaining more traction, other blog pages are throwing man up. I think street blogs, they uploaded my freestyle. It was called HMP Life Sentence in a Song Part 2. HMP Life Sentence in a Song Part 2. Street blogs threw man up. Then it took everyone to the actual video on YouTube on my other boy. He does podcasting now, Delinquent Nation. But the video was blowing up, and I can't lie, the comments, everyone's like, this guy needs to go home, he needs to get signed, real pain, because you know what it is with me, like, I do music, I do real music, and when I say real music, I'm not trying to say people ain't real, but a lot of man will glamorize the good things, and like, my music was therapy to me. My music came through pain, through suffering, through trauma, so I'm just being honest, I'm throwing everything on paper. I'm talking about my relationship with my parents, I'm talking about what went on with my parents, what went on with me, how I felt. I put everything out there. I put all my emotions out there. That's why everyone says it's like one of the realest freestyles that's ever been.
How many views did it hit?
So currently it's on like 1.1.
Oh, for
mil.
real?
So like 1.1 mil. Yeah. I think I checked it the other day. 1,167,000 million. Yeah, it's still on YouTube now. It's called Life Sentence in a Song Part 2. Yeah, HMP freestyle Life Sentence in a Song Part 2. But yeah, that thing's still doing mad numbers. But I started doing more vids now, because you see, I was shook before, but now it's like, yeah, because man's covered up. So I'm thinking, they can't do nothing to me anyway. I'm fully covered up. I got comfortable. I did one video now where my eyes are hidden, but my nose and mouth is out. A few days later, do you know what happened? Gov's on my wing, bust my door. They're like, yo, we've seen your video. And I'm like, what video? I'm not on no video. They're like, listen, we know it's you, man. We've seen your video. I'm thinking, raw, like, no. They was literally in my room for like, they didn't do anything to me, but they come to tell me like, everyone knows it's you. We know it's you. But like at the time, like I was on the servery. Servery means you're serving food to the prisoners, and I was the number one. Means I was basically the manager of the food. I controlled the numbers. I controlled who got fed. And at the same time, it's like, it's a big job to take on. It's a lot of stress. I can't lie. Like, not many people make it, or not many people even get given that position, because you have to have patience, bro. You can't punch up every guy that doesn't want chicken. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to keep composure, but you have to have something about you to be able to let man know, bro, we've run out of chickens. You can't take that, because my man won't be able to get one. Because if he takes that, I got to beef my man over it. So it's like, I'd rather give it to someone I know than you. I don't know you. But long story short, because I was good with the govs, it was like a warning. They were like, look, we've seen it. I'm not going to lie to you, man. This is how tapped I am. Like, I started to see the views. I started to see the comments. I carried on, bro.
You got invested in the clout.
I carried on. But where it bit me in my arse is because I had to go for parole, for open prison. You get to go for a parole to get to open prison.
DCAT, no?
DCAT, yeah, it's called DCAT basically, category D. So at the time, I'm in a category C prison, and my parole's coming up. I didn't even get my parole. The maddest thing is, like, they never really gave me a reason to why I didn't get it. And when I say I didn't get it, I didn't even sit parole. It just never made it to paper. And what like confused my head was like, my solicitor was like, I don't understand how this has happened. But when my thing was basically like turned down, an officer that I was cool with, he used to work in security, but he just literally said to me, he's like, I'm just letting you know you didn't get it because of your viral video. So I was in two minds. I was like, rah, like, they can't prove it was me. I was covered up. Like, it's just music. I'm not promoting violence, this, that. But basically, like, because they couldn't really do anything to me, like sanctions, adjudication-wise, they made sure I didn't get my parole. So from there, I was in two minds. Like, do I carry this on? Because I'm seeing all the views, I'm seeing the ratings, I'm seeing this rapper repost me, this blog page repost me, and I'm thinking, what should I do? And literally, like, I just went with my gut. It sounds so crazy, but like, I had such a hunger to get my music, my pain out there. I carried on.
Just making loads of videos.
Bro, I just carried on, bro. Like, literally just carried on. And like, it got to a point where the officers on my wing would make jokes like, aye, the next time you do one, get me in the background. Aye, that video was sick. Like, and I was just thinking, like, am I in jail right now or am I on the road? Like, this is mental. Like, and like, throughout the last few years of my jail sentence, I had like a mad status where like everyone just knew me to be that rapper.
Was you still getting moved around, or?
I was, so by now, I was settled. I was in a jail called HMP The Mount, and I was settled. I wasn't getting moved around, but like I say, I feel like if my music was violent, if it was promoting or glamorizing any sort of violence, it would have been a different outcome. But like I say, my music is from the heart. It's talking about pain, innit? It's pain. It's real rap. It's real music. You know what I'm saying?
Sitting there talking about gangbanging.
Nah, like literally just like, bro, I'm putting it out there. I'm talking about, yo, man cried when this happened. When my girl left me, this happened. Do you get it? Like, I'm talking about my mum. My nan died. My mum got cancer, bro. All these things happened in the space of a year, bro. So yeah, man. So yeah, I just thought, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna mope about it or am I gonna carry on? And I can't lie, like, I wanted to make it in music so much, I literally risked my freedom by carrying on doing it.
How long did you have left of your sentence?
So I had like 2 years left.
Still a long time.
Still a long time left. But like, what I did was I just stopped doing it in my last year. But by then, like, it's mad because the way the social media works, you know, like, once you get a buzz, you got to roll with it.
Momentum.
But I couldn't roll with it because my parole's coming up. I got to start fixing up now. So I left it at that. But I feel like where the music was so real and people were fucking with it, they liked it so much. The views just kept on growing. I took a back seat my last year. I chilled out. My parole's come up. I had to sit a parole. So if anyone doesn't know what a parole is like, you have to sit in front of a board. There's 3 members. There's a main member, that's like a judge, but there's 3 people on a panel. I'm sat on my solicitor, and basically I have to plea my case to why I should be released. Bear in mind, like, these people, they don't know me, but they read up on my case. They've dealt with people that have been in jail for murder. They've dealt with people that have done the murder. So when they're looking at me, this guy's been in since he was 16, he didn't do it. I felt like they had a bit of leniency. Like, these people are normal people. They've got hearts, like, they've got kids at home. Do you know what I mean? So that parole started from 9 a.m. I didn't leave that building till 3. I was getting grilled, like not even in a bad way, they're just doing their job, but they asked me every little thing I'd done, every little fight. The first fight I had in 2011, so what was that over? Why did you do that? What was this over? Why did you do that? Why did you get caught with this porno? Why did you have that weed? Why did you do this? Like, it was mad, like, and they literally grilled the life out of me, but I just had to remain calm, keep composure, and obviously, like, at the end of the day, like I say, I didn't kill anyone, but I still show remorse in the sense that someone died. Do you know what I'm saying? Someone lost their life. Like, it could have been me, and I still show respect, like, towards the family, victim's family. Like, I'm a grown man now, innit? So times have changed. I've matured a lot. So I had to take responsibility. I couldn't always say, I'm a victim. Like, at the end of the day, I went there, innit? I was naive to know what would happen, but I went along. I chose to get caught up in that stuff. So I kind of had to just, roll with it. Do you know what I'm saying? I had to roll with it. That parole, I can't lie, it was mad, bro. It was mad. Like, it felt like I was on trial all over again. It was mad. 6 hours of grilling.
When did they give you the answer?
So I think like they had a 21-day window, and on the 22nd day, my OMU caseworker, probation officer that works in the prison, she came to me. She had the biggest smile on her face. She was rooting for me because she knew about my music as well. I think everyone knew about I don't even know if the parole knew, but everyone knew what man was doing. But it's that music, innit? It's pain music. Like, whether you like rap or not, like, I'm talking real things. I'm putting my emotions on the line. I'm saying it all. But she come to me with the biggest smile, holding paper, and I knew. I was like, whoa, man's going home. Like, bro, I've been in since 2011. Like, man's going home.
And what was it really like when you actually left prison and knew I'm not going back?
Like I say, everyone says this to me, like, it don't feel real. Like, even when I got told I'm going home, it don't feel real. And the reason I say it don't feel real, I'd been in jail so long, yeah, I forgot what it was like, you know, to be free. When I say, you know, like when people are going home and they're gassed, they're like, hey, man's gonna do this, man's gonna do that. It's a dream to me, like, it sounds good, but these lot really know what they're gonna do. In my head, I was like, what's it like, bro? Yeah. Like, gyal, sex, but what's it like?
Because you missed out on the whole social media.
Missed out on everything, bro. Like, I've never drove a car. I never had a job. Like, I missed out on a lot of things. So for me, it's like, I'm excited, but it's like, I couldn't understand it. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't understand it. The day come, and got released. I'm getting released. So obviously, eventually I got told I'm going home, but I didn't go home straight away. Like, I still had to wait 2 months. Still had to wait 2 months.
That's probably the best 2 months of your life. You're knowing I'm in 2 months. I'm gone.
But like, it was mad because, bro, like, I had outbursts. I had that. I nearly lost my parole and that. Like, I was getting, like, little things would tick me off, and like, people say like, oh, my man's institutionalized. He wants to stay in. It's not even that. It's like, you told me I'm going home. When am I going home? Because they still hadn't given me a date yet, like, of my release. So like, yeah, you're going home, but there's still more. There's another window now. Anyone that objects, another little 21 days. So no one objected. Cool. Then I'm waiting. And you see that pressure, like, that's when people, I've seen it go left, like, you know you're going home, but it's like, when am I going home? Now that you've told me the best news of my life, you got me waiting, bro. Every day you got me waiting. And like, I literally had to keep my composure. There was even little few incidents on the wing, bro. Like, I could have lost my parole. I could have lost it. I snapped out at officers. I got mad. But like I say, everyone that knew me and knew my situation, they only wanted the best for me. Do you know what I'm saying? And like, at the time, the jail I was in, the officers, I can't lie, like, I had such a good rapport with them. They kind of like made sure I went home. Like, little things that I did. I got caught with a USB. I had all my beats on there. The officer found it. He just said to me, listen, I know this is for your music and your little porn, but I don't want to see it. And like, even something like that, a USB, bro, I wouldn't have gone home, bro. I would have done another year for a USB. Do you know what I'm saying? So I was treading on thin ice, but eventually I made it out. And yeah, they bust my door, bro. Like, they're like, yeah, you're going home. Pack your stuff. And it was crazy because the whole wing was going mad. Like, aye, people banging their door. Hey, shut up, come. I can't lie, like, everyone's like, don't you want to go home? I'm saying goodbye to everyone. Everyone's like, go home, bro. What you did? I'm like, nah, but I got, hey, yo, someone shouting at me, yo. I literally was on the wing running around for 10 minutes, giving out clothes, trainers, trackies, hats, giving all my stereo out. And then, yeah, get them checking out for reception. They're reading me my license conditions now. And like, now it felt real. That walk from the wing getting escorted by the officer to reception because you have to check out your prop, all this and that. Then it felt real. I was like, yo, man's going home, bro. Man's really going home.
What was the hardest part to adapt to when you got home? Obviously, you missed out on everything from 16 to 28.
So I'll keep it real. Like when I first come home, I'm gassed, I'm happy, I'm over the moon. My family picked me up. I'm seeing my friends, I'm seeing this, I'm seeing that, I'm doing this. I'm going nice restaurants, man's going. I've never heard of Mayfair, I've never heard of Knightsbridge. Eating a novi, eating a sexy fish. I'm doing like, man, am I treating me, whatever. So I'm nice, I'm happy for a good month, but reality hadn't really kicked in yet. And when I say reality, the reality is, bro, I came out of jail 28 years old. Like, I'd been in since I was 16. So all my friends or people I knew, they've all got 7-year-old kids. They've got 2 daughters. They've got businesses. They've got cars. Like, man, even to this day, I don't drive, bro. Like, I still ain't even done my driving. It's pending, but I don't drive, bro. So everyone's doing their thing. And it's not like man's jealous or man's hating, but bro, I went into like a serious depression. I started to realize, yo, like, man's done a long time. Like, when you're in there, you're in a different world. It's like you're in a different planet, bro. Like, I see things on social media, but I see people growing up, but see till you get out and it slaps in your face like, yo, like, I've got a little 2 bags, 2 grand to my name. My man's got 40 grand on his wrist. His car is 70 grand. He's got 2 yards. He's doing properties, and it makes me think, wow, like, how am I gonna get there? How am I even gonna? And yeah, man, I went through a mad stage of depression when I started to realize, like, I really lost my life, like, and like, yeah, man, I went through a mad phase. Like, I didn't know what to do. I was thinking, like, that's when these thoughts start coming into your head, like, oh, should I go do this?
Yeah. Should I go back to my old ways?
This ain't the right thing, but should I go do that? Because if I do that, I might be able to get 10 bags, 10 grand. Should I go do that? I might be able to get a little quick 20 grand. And then that's when I started to realize, like, if I want to play catch up, I'm risking my freedom once again. And do you know how I would feel if I got recalled? That would have broke me. Absolutely broke me. I've done 12 years for something I didn't do, and I'm going back in for something I did do this time. But it's just like, what am I coming out in my 30s? How am I? Yeah. So it's not been easy, but I've been out for nearly a year, and like, yeah, I'd say like now I'm in a place where like I'm settled and like, you know, like I know how things work. Like I'm back in society, man. But like, yeah, it's not been easy. I can't lie to you.
What's going on with you in your life right now?
Me and my life.
Talk to us about that. What's going on?
So at the moment, obviously, from prison, I was doing these viral videos. I was doing the freestyles, this and that. I've been out for a year. I've just been dropping music videos, freestyles here and there. I won a competition. I won a talent show, Hardest Bars, Joey Clipstar. I won that in like 2 months of coming home. Literally, I was on a stage performing to like 100 people, and like the loudest cheer won. I got the loudest cheer. I won, bro. Like, I've been doing things like that. Currently, I actually work for Law Reform. So if you don't know what that is, I basically work with organisations that are like trying to fight for justice. So one organisation that I've been working with closely is called JENGBA. Stands for Joint Enterprise Not Guilty by Association. And like, we've been doing things, we do outreach, we go to like schools, we do talks in pupil referral units, and like we try to raise awareness of what joint enterprise was, because the joint enterprise law is still about to this day. It got abolished in 2016. They made a thing about it. Oh yeah, it's gone, it's out. I didn't get out. I didn't get appeals. No one got appeals. One man got out, and they just closed the door on everyone. And even this year alone, about 8 kids from up north all got lifed off for one man's actions. So this joint enterprise thing is still real and it's still out there. So we're trying to raise awareness. We get funding from different organisations that want to help, but we work alongside IPP for Justice for IPPs, Howard League Penal Reform. So yeah, at the point where I'm at now, I basically do music. I still rap about things that have happened to me, things about my past, but music is my end goal. Like, I love music. That's my passion. I was doing it for free. I was doing it to get through my jail. It was my therapy. It was my outlet. It's how I got my pain out. So I do music, but at the same time, I'm working closely with like people in the House of Commons, Lords. I do public speaking, and yeah, literally, I'm just trying to make sure people don't really go through what I go through, especially young kids. And I'm trying to raise awareness because, like I say, I did not know about this till I was in that police station and my solicitor's breaking it down to me. It doesn't matter whether you've done the crime or not, you could still get life for just being there. And remember, I wasn't even there. 200 meters away, but they didn't care, like I say. So that's where I'm at now, yeah. I just feel like I'm trying to do this music thing, but I'm also like doing activism at the same time. Like an activist, not a radical though. Man's not on the, you get me? Let me just make that clear. Man's not an extremist, but man's doing activism. So yeah, I'm just trying to fight and just speak for the people that can't speak. There's man in jail now, Joint Enterprise, 30 years, like, and they're gonna come out when they're old, and it's sad, but like, if I can do a little something to help them, you know, get reform, get a law change, get things overturned, I feel like that's what I want my legacy to be. Do you know what I mean? I want my legacy.
Well, listen,
to
you can do that through your music as well.
100%. So like, even through my music, I've inspired a lot of people, man.
The bigger you get in music, the more your say is, the more clout you get, the more
100%.
followers you get, the more your word spreads.
100%. Like I've inspired people. I've woke people up to a sense where there's people that didn't even know about Joint Enterprise. Through my music, it made them think, "Raw, what's this?" They've looked on websites, they've gone here, they've gone there, they've signed petitions, they're trying to get on board because, like I say, I'm out. But I'm not free. I'm still on license, bro. I'm on life license. I'm on license for the rest of my life. So technically, I'm not free. You know what I mean? Like, the littlest thing, I'm going back to jail. So that's scary in itself. But
So are you allowed to travel?
at the moment, I can't travel. I have to wait about 2 years before I can start traveling. But I'd like to travel. Of course, I'd like to travel. But at the moment, I can't travel. But eventually, I can travel. And yeah, I think traveling would be good for me. Going on holidays, going here, just different experiences. Like I say, like, I was happy to go Mayfair, Knightsbridge when I first come out. I'll be over the moon when I go Jamaica, Thailand, Japan, again, Ghana, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's all to come, man. And like with the music, I was wearing so like when I first come out, you probably, when we spoke before, like I was wearing a mask and you asked me, why was you wearing a mask? And like with a mask, it's like, I don't know if people know about this, but when you come out of jail, I can't speak for everyone. For me, I was paranoid. Like, I felt like everyone knew I was a criminal. Like, I felt dirty. Like, I'll go into places and I feel like everyone's looking at me. Everyone's security guards are on me. And I just felt very paranoid. So I was not prepared to come out after 12 years and just be rapping on YouTube. And everyone's like, oh, that's my man. Because I'm paranoid. Like, I've had altercations, incidents in jail. Like, I've done things to people in jail. I'm not trying to get... You know what I mean? I just come out and get hit, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to get attacked in Tesco's when I'm doing shopping. That was long. But like, over time, I felt like I'm a bit more comfortable with my surroundings and I'm a mature man now, and I'm not a kid anymore. Like, so coming out was mad because you need to remember, I went in as a boy and I literally left them gates as a man.
That's one of your bars, no?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I went in as a boy, I came out as a man. So for me, like, what's crazy is I knew who I was in jail. I knew who I was in jail. But I did not know who I was when I came out of jail. I was lost, bro. I was absolutely lost. I was like, who am I?
Well, listen, you missed out on some of the most important years of your life, from 16 to 28.
That's what I'm saying.
You start driving at 18, you start going clubs, you start like, bro, all that stuff.
You know what I'm saying?
You missed out on it.
Missed out, bro.
But at the end of the day, your life's not over.
No, 100%.
Like, I always like to end my podcast on positive things. Your life's not over. You're 28. You're not dying tomorrow, bro.
No, of course not. Of course not.
Anyway, fuck me. But you're not dying tomorrow.
I definitely ain't dying still. No way.
You got plenty of years left. You got
100%, man.
I always say to everyone, just because you've had, let's say you've had 12 bad years of your life, that doesn't mean the next 50, 60 ain't going to be the best years of your life.
No, of course. And me, like I say, like, man's end goal, I love music, but I'm not just trying to stop at music. I'm just trying to do what I can to not only raise awareness, but to inspire, bro. Like, at the end of the day, I've got little nephews. We've all got family. We've all got young kids that might be involved in the roads or that might live in the ends, and they could potentially fall under certain things, get caught up in a Joint Enterprise themselves. So
100%.
if I can raise awareness through my music, if I can do my activism stuff, I feel like, yeah, man, it's something positive that, like, when I do die, I ain't dying next year, I ain't dying tomorrow, but when I do die, I can die peacefully knowing that, boom, man did them 12 years in jail, I served all that time, went through all of that, but I just turned it around on its head. Managed to turn it around.
Listen, that's what it's all about. And I'd say I've had over 50, 60 guests on here now. And like I said at the start of the show, every single one of them comes on. And the reason they're on the show is because they've turned their life around.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
And that's what it's all about. Listen, everyone makes mistakes. People like you didn't even make a mistake.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Wrong time, wrong place, let's say. But
basically, yeah.
It's all about the end goal.
Of course.
The start, it's not where you start the race, where you finish the race.
Of course.
And look, listen, let's wrap it up on something positive. The younger generation out there watching it, what you got to say to them?
Positive. Like I say, if anyone out there, if you got a dream, you got a passion for something, I'd say keep going. Because like I say, I was in jail 2014 music wasn't popping how it was today. Like, I wasn't writing to think man's gonna make millions. A lot of people do music nowadays because it's cool, it's trendy. Man was writing to just get through my jail. That's what kept me sane, bro. Like, doing shows, performing to Man on the Wing, letting people know, like, hey, I was bringing happiness to people. So, and I've stuck at that for 10 years coming up since 2014. So, younger generation, anyone out there, if you've got a talent or a passion in anything, stick at it. And if you know that's for you, stick at it and just keep going, because eventually you'll get somewhere. People recognize, and good energies. Listen, everyone, we spoke about this earlier. When you got good energy, other good energies flock together 100%. And we all come together. You know what I'm saying? And ending on a good note, I've released a 5-track EP. It's called The Previous Life. It's out now, and like that's like my final. I named it The Previous Life because the bars, the lyrics I've written for them songs, I previously released all of them through jail videos. So you might see some of these freestyles scattered around. They might be on different instrumentals, but this is when I was in jail and I've redone all my songs, a lot of the viral songs. And yeah, I've called it The Previous Life because that was my previous life. And I feel like that's like how I've closed the chapter on all the jail stuff. And like music that I push out from today onwards is all going to be like my current life. So yeah, go stream that up, man.
Well, listen, everyone, links are in the bio for him. Go watch go listen to his music.
Yeah.
Listen, it's been a pleasure having you on the show.
It's been a pleasure having you.
You're my first ever murder lifer.
Murder lifer.
I know you don't like being called a murderer because obviously you didn't do it, but lifer.
Yeah. Of course.
Pleasure having you on the show. Guys, if you enjoyed it, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.